Okay, so for a finishing touch, I'm going to do some stenciling on the front of the bag, which is this side. Um, Once again, this also would have been a better idea to do it before we put the frame on, but I decided I'm going to do it even though the frame's on here. Okay, so before I start stenciling, what I did was I've wedged a thick piece of cardboard in here against the front. I'm going to stuff in behind that with a t-shirt. There, now we have a nice firm surface to do our stenciling on, which is important for stenciling. So this is the stencil that we're going to be using. It's going to look something like this going across here. Okay, so I have my stencil taped on here. Still not as flat and tight as I would like it to be, so you will see me holding it down, doing things like this as I'm painting it. I'm going to do one color at a time. You have to let it dry in between each color. I'm going to start with the green color, which is going to be these leaves and little curlies up there. I've never used these brushes before, so wish me luck. Okay, so you're going to dip it in the paint, and then you want to kind of go off over the side after, so you don't have like a whole bunch of paint on your brush. Okay, so I'm going to help hold this still with my finger. As I'm doing this, you can see that. Really crossing my fingers here, hoping this is going to come out okay. I'm going to be careful not to get any green here where this flower is. You want to just use an up and down motion, never go side to side when you're stenciling. Okay, so that's all of our green. Now we need to leave this and let it completely dry before we move on to the next step. Or actually, I can totally pull it off. And there we have it. So we're going to let that dry completely. I'm going to rinse the stencil off and my brush, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so now it's time to move on to the purple. Apologize for the lighting in here, it's not the best. Line it up over the green on both sides. I'm going to tape it down again. You can see I put some masking tape on the bottom side. That's going to help so I don't accidentally get the purple in those holes, because I don't want it there. Put a little purple on the plate here. Don't want to mix it with the green. And for the purple, I'm just doing just this center flower here. pretty good. So again, we'll peel that off. And then we'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll come back and finish it up with the pink. I'm ready to move on to my last color, which is going to be pink. Once again, I'm going to line this up with the green. It's a little harder to line up because I put tape over the back on the spots where I don't want any paint to get through, just to make it easier for me. But, oh, it's upside down. That's why it wasn't lining up. Okay. Burlap doesn't like to have tape stuck to it, but we'll make it work. Okay, so with the pink, I'm going to do just the center and these little petals and these two flowers on the sides. Again, we'll just squirt some out onto the plate. Get a little brush. Oh, I like it. And there's our finished product. I'm going to leave this to dry for 24 hours for it to fully cure, and then it'll be done.